Have you ever watched an alien film and thought to yourself, you know what? I like this, but it could use a bit more Freaky Friday. Well, good news. Alien Earth has answered the call, and I have been pleased as punch watching it all unfold. No, I hate it, and I made that clear after the first episode, but you have to give people what they want. And apparently, they want more recraps, so let's get into it. We only have 2 episodes left. This is episode number 7, Emergence. We open on a frightened Slightly curled up in the corner. He's in the midst of one of the most awkward play dates ever. And it's awkward because his play date is lying on the floor with a face hugger attached. After a piss poor game of hide and go seek, his buddy Smee spots Arthur's body. The arm dangling out from underneath the bed was a dead giveaway. Slightly pins Smee up against the wall. And I know there's a couple shippers out there who are half-mast right now, but it's not what you think. No, Slightly is warning Smee that he has to do this to save his family. Smee's not happy with what he's seeing right now, but that doesn't stop Slightly for having the gall to ask Smee to help him with this situation they find themselves in. And you know what? I'm a proud parent right now because Smee says, no, sir, I am not going along with this sick, twisted shit. We know Arthur. He's a friend of ours. What are you doing? Good for you, Smee. Good for you. Sorry, Slightly. It's gonna take a hell of a lot more to convince your buddy that putting an alien on a friendly scientist so that it can create a baby alien inside of his body is something that we should help out with. But then Slightly pulls out the big guns. He asks him nicely 2 more times, and Smee goes, well, I guess my hands are tied. I better join in on this misadventure. What? What a wonderful bunch of characters we have in this show. Timothy Olibot looks into the lab and sees the specimens have made quite a mess of things. Don't worry, 2 dipshit security guards are brought inside to clean up the mess. I'm sure glad this checks notes $1 trillion company spared no expense when it came to the staff. Seriously, 2 jackoffs walk into the room with no protective gear on, having nothing more than some glorified riot sticks? Fucking amazing. After the specimens are safely secured, Boy Cavalier walks into the room and makes a shocking discovery. One of the adult children's synthetics, specifically Toodles, went toodaloo. Our boy Genius was extra shocked to find out that the flies did it. I'm sorry, what the actual fuck have they been doing with these specimens for I don't even know how long it's been? Have they run 0 tests on them in a lab with scientists? They know next to nothing still about how these creatures eat, sleep, shit. It's insane. Why was he allowing a single stupid-ass synthetic to feed these creatures? The whole damn show is nothing more than a comedy of errors. It is brain rotten to the core, and I feel myself getting dumber every waking second watching it. Boy Cavalier decides, in his infinite wisdom, that after losing a $6 billion investment, no more kids are allowed to feed the pets. Well done, Boy Cavalier, sarcastic clap. They then play back the footage to find out that Eyeball Squid Goat was the culprit behind the death of Toodles, spooking him as he entered the feeding chamber. But was it really the goat's fault? I'm still a bit foggy why they are treating flies like human prisoners, delivering the food on a silver tray. Please, at least tell me they check the logs further and find out why the creatures ran amok in the lab and what happened to Arthur. Of course they don't. Amazing! The artist formerly known as Wendy enters the chat. She now goes by her human child name, Marcy. And I gotta tell ya, Marcy is not thrilled with her friend being killed. She communicates her frustration with the teenage xenomorph in the chamber next to her. Skeet, skeet, motherfucker! Skeet, skeet, god damn! The xenomorph listens intently, they don't have ears, tips the hat, and then tips its head right into the the glass plasticky case thing that it's in. Cavalier's now worried, rightfully so, that Marcy's gonna radicalize the rest of the Lost Boys. So he tells Timothy Olibot they need to track these kids down. Where are they located? To the tracker! Olibot brings up the Kindle and finds out that there's no tracking available. It's been disabled, sir. Well, then it's a good thing they can see everything the synthetics can, because there are cameras inside the pupils. And also, the synthetic children stay in their rooms like all the time. It should be really easy to make a beeline to a couple kids' places, but no, we're just not gonna see them do anything after this. In fact, everything is so chillaxed. Marcy's just going room to room, trying to recruit her friends to leave. She heads to her simp brother's room first, and before she even says anything, he's like, I'm in, let's get out of here, I'm in, we're doing my plan, we're doing my thing. She then heads on over to talk with female Ron Weasley and Curly? I'm pretty sure this stranger said her name is Curly. Cock's on the table. I don't remember this chick ever being on the show. She left zero trace of an impression on me. Marcy, channeling her inner synthetic magic abilities that only she has and no one else, brings up her nook, touches the screen, and is able to open the xenomorph cage. Shot out of a cannon, the xenomorph springs to life, taking out a few unsuspecting victims. Probably would have been a cool scene if we saw it. It lasts for 4 seconds and it cuts away, like everything else does here. Meanwhile, Dumb and Dumber bump into Timothy Olibot. They're kind of taken aback when they find out he knows what they know, and he points them in the right direction. Yeah, you're headed to the beach. I know. You're going the wrong way, morons. Huey, Dewey, and Louie are casually walking through the forest. And when I say casually, I mean it. There is zero tension, zero urgency. They stumble upon a small cemetery. And boy, are they colored surprised when they find out who's on those tombstones. It's them. Well, former them. Their kid bodies have been laid to rest here. And then they were given a nice little plaque and everything. Why? Why did they do this? Why did the company feel the need to bury the kids and give them an actual tombstone? Unclear. We certainly don't have time to dwell on it. Let's keep it moving. Back with the Whiz Kids. They have somehow managed to lose Arthur in the woods. Looks like their plan to recreate Weekend at Bernie's is no longer on the table. Because there is no way, no how they're going to find Arthur in the vast, lush forest that they... Oh, there he is. He's walking again. Facehugger's gone. Arthur's back in action, feeling fine. Can't say the same for the Facehugger. That thing's on the ground, deader than those dead kids. But poor Arthur can't remember a lick of what happened recently, which allows the baby geniuses the perfect opportunity to lie to him. They say it was a gas leak. They have to get to the beach. And poor Arthur is none the wiser, so he takes them at their word. And you know what? They might still be able to make this Weekend at Bernie's thing work yet. The show cuts to black for a full 10 seconds, which allows me the perfect opportunity to once again reflect on all my life choices leading me to this point. Watching a show that I hate and regurgitating the plot points on YouTube for my own sick satisfaction. You know, I could have done something with my life, something of substance, right? I could have done anything of real. Oh, and we're back! Now on the beach, Arthur turns and tells the man-children that he does in fact know they're lying to his face. But it's okay. We all make mistakes. And Arthur loves these kids and wants to help them. So he extends 2 olive branches in the form of his arms. And the 2 kid men take those hands and they stroll down the beach, kumbaya and all that bullshit. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. And you know what? I think these guys are gonna be okay after all. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. Just give me a... Don't stop me now. Don't stop me. I'm having a good time. Xeno Baby bursts through Arthur's chest and makes a beeline into the woods. Really, he made an X line into the woods. Subscribe. Slightly freaks out, not because Arthur's dead. He's bummed out that the specimen got away. He needs to give that to Morrow. What? An asshole. Smee's upset too, mainly because Arthur lied to him. But you know what? This friendship's going to endure. because these are basically 6-year-olds cosplaying as 13-year-olds cosplaying as adults. All right, we're back with this chick, Curly Who, I have no idea who this is now curled up in a ball, laying on the lap of British doctor lady, who's not, as it turns out, British at all. As I foolishly stated in the last episode, and loving comments pointed out how wrong I was in the gentlest ways of possible. She's actually Australian. You see, I'm an idiot. So anybody that has even a slight accent by default is British to me. Glad I could clear things up. And yet still, I'm smarter than the morons on this show. That speaks volumes. Oh, snap! Moro's back, baby! Here's another one. Here's another one. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. He does a meet and greet with the super dipshit brothers, and he is not thrilled that they let that baby Xeno get away. It's wild that there's this highly advanced technological marvel hidden away on an island with $6 billion baby people, a bunch of aliens they captured from space, and yet they don't have the budget for a checks notes $1 trillion company to put in a fucking camera, to put up a chain link fence, to post some guards, to make sure that people aren't stealthily, covertly getting onto this island? They don't have a drone hovering around? What is this? Our boy Genius has a nice little sit-down chat with our eyeball Squidbilly goat. And he realizes all too fast that there is a genius amongst them, and it's not him for once. That gives him the brilliant idea to transfer that eyeball squid into that of a mind that can speak. That way, he's gonna have his first real conversation. He didn't have to spend upwards of $60 billion to get there. We have to wait until the next episode, though, to find out who that lucky human will be. We're now back with the Three Stooges gallivanting around the island when, Stinky, the Stupid Side Squad shows up. Too bad for them, Marcy has a predator ready to hunt. I mean, it is a xenomorph, but this scene plays out a lot closer to the predator than it does that of the alien. A wild 6 seconds of action takes place on the screen, ending with Marcy getting a quiver in her bodice. Possibly in other regions as well. I know female Ron Weasley did. In fact, it's most likely the only way they can achieve climax. Joe Hermit isn't so turned on, and man, would it have been so satisfying to see that Xeno rip through all 3 of these numbskulls. Instead, Marcy holds out her hand like she's Owen from Jurassic World, chatting it up with her buddy Blue. She gives it a command as well, to hide and follow. I love that the xenomorph is now a glorified house cat. It's fucking great. It's what I always wanted. Maybe next we can get a TV series where the predator works for Greenpeace. Or perhaps we have a Gremlin series where if you feed the creatures after midnight, they become your loyal best friends. I hate this. Ladies and gentlemen, Timothy Olibot has captured Moro. And this scene in particular really struck a chord with me. Because I noticed there are like 30 armed guards in this room. Where have they been the whole season? What do they do all day? Certainly not patrolling the island. Hermit Crab takes the other 2 to the boat. Come on, guys, we just have to go through here. Surprise, motherfucker! He is ambushed by his old teammates. Whoa, it's a trap! Female Ron Weasley is like, I am over all this shit. She takes a guy's jaw and rips it off. A tiny little action scene breaks out while there's another series of guards lined up directly behind them, guns aimed straight on them. They don't shoot. They barely even move. It's like they're background characters in a Street Fighter game. What the hell is their purpose here even? I'm guessing they were ordered not to take any shots at the synthetics because they're so valuable, even though Boy Cavalier lets them gallivant all over the place feeding aliens and doesn't bat an eye when one of them's killed. But it's so odd having them just standing in the background while these morons in the front are playing grab ass. Hermes the elf takes a shot at an out-of-control female Ron Weasley, killing her, I think. I don't know anymore. But it was enough to piss off his sister something fierce. Meanwhile, angsty teenage xenomorph is just lying in the weeds. I'll see you guys in episode 8. The episode ends, as all episodes of Alien Earth end, with an out-of-place rock song. This time, it's Song of the Dead by Queens of the Stone Age. And the final lines delivered are from Marcy scolding her beta brother. What did you do? What did you do? Oh, woo! I changed the music to Blur's song number 2. Well, there you have it, folks. Another episode in the can. We only have one more to flush down the toilet with the finale next week. And this one really did the job, laying out the red carpet for what will surely be an incredibly lackluster finale. But I'll be there covering it next week along with you, hopefully. Make sure, again, to sub to Adam Does Movies on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. You are more than free, in fact, encouraged to like this video and leave a comment down below to help the engagement on YouTube, if you're on YouTube, and hit the notification bell as well. And hopefully, I see you next time. I got my hands from your jambone. I don't know a single word of the song except for woohoo. If you appreciate my content, I am a one-man band. This is a ton of work, and you want a way to give back. Head on over to patreon.com/AdamDoesMovies. There's tons of exclusive perks over there. Look at these awesome supporters so far. There's some of the best people on this planet, and you could be one of them. You could be right there alongside, and I would appreciate it.